So it looks like we're live now. Okay. So this was not planned at all. This is just a little pop-up live stream. This was not planned. If it would have been planned, I would have made a some kind of promo video or made a community tab post about it. But yeah, we're just doing a little pop-up live stream here. And yeah, as always, just with these live streams, I'm just answering your questions in the chat, and we'll be running some trains as well. I have some trains I already had on the layout that we're going to run tonight. A couple passenger trains and then a freight train. So let's see who we have in the chat here. We have Jersey Dolphins, Matt Train Lover, what's up? Jack Polar, Nate's Trains, Roman's West Coast Trains, Chris Page, Chris's Trains and Things, Ethan Armitage. Glad to see you all here. If you have any questions you want to ask me, put them down in the chat below or in the chat, and I'll try to answer them. Keep seeing who's in here as the chat updates. Looks like we got 21 people watching. It's pretty good for a pop-up live stream. This was not planned at all. Kind of random. Conrail Nuts. Hey, Randy Jacobs. Glad to see you here. Real Toy Trains. Glad to see you here. Yeah, I would think a Friday night is maybe a little better than a Sunday live stream. I don't know. That depends on people's schedules. I know for me, after Sunday, I go back to school. Big Train Hawaii. Glad to see you here. Moore's Trains. Good evening. Glad to see you here. But yeah, while I'm waiting for any questions, start the morning with Sid. Hey, Yo. Interesting profile name you got there. But starting out, while I'm waiting for any kind of questions you guys might have or any comments, I haven't really done much layout-wise. There's some buildings and things that have been installed. I've had one of the buildings for a while, and one of them I just picked up yesterday. I picked up a piece of rolling stock yesterday, and then a whole passenger train that you'll be seeing in an upcoming video. No new engines. I don't. I'm not looking to buy a lot of engines right now. While I'm always hunting and just looking around, I feel good where I am right now because I've ordered something big. It's not an engine. You guys already know about my pre-orders with the Strasbourg set and then the Class A and the Base 3, but I ordered something big, and will be coming at the end of March or the beginning of April, probably closer to York in April, and it's gonna be awesome, but it's a pretty pricey item, so I'm not looking to spend a lot of time and money looking for engines at the moment. Let's see what we got here in the chat. Okay. What else we got here? Real Toy Trains, he asked what's on the layout. On the outer loop, I have my Legacy upgraded Norfolk and Western Y6B, and pulling a mixed freight with some coal cars and some box cars. Also on the outer loop is my Reading Crusader that I've more recently put Proto 2 in. Really cool set. I love the stainless or the plated look on the passenger cars. On the inside loop, I have two passenger sets. One of them, it was kind of like a fan favorite from the last live stream. It was on this shelf right here. It was my Hiawatha pulled by the Milwaukee Road S3, so I have that on the layout. And then I also have a more recently acquired piece, or set rather. I've had the engine for a while, but it's the Empire State Express set, and it includes the Empire State Express Hudson that I've had for years now. And then more recently, I just got the aluminum passenger cars for it, so that's pretty cool. And I'll be doing a video on those at some point. They're really, really nice cars. It kind of shows how Lionel's changed over the years. They're really detailed on the inside. They have people. They're, of course, made out of aluminum. And, of course, now the cars are plastic, which there's nothing wrong with the plastic. And I know why they do that. It's because of cost. Doing the extruded aluminum cars costs so much money. But I feel they could put some more time and effort into the interiors. I would pay the extra money just for that. The interiors on these cars look really nice. What else we got here? Let's see. Hey, Apple and Orange Line, glad to see you here. Anfield Road Loud in the Loft, glad to see you here as well. I don't know much about time zones, but is it late for you, or is it early for you over across the big oceans? I know nothing about the time zones around this world, so regardless, glad to see you here. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm tired, so I'm just kind of saying whatever. What else we got here? Hey Sid, I loved your video on the MPC upgrade. Just recently got a MPC Era Blue Comet, and I was thinking of improving the sounds. Any advice? If you want to improve sounds, I would just buy an Electric Railroad Rail Sounds Commander. They have a couple different versions. They have a medium steam, a large steam, a small steam, of course, and then they have a GS4 with quotes sound set that has the Legacy FEF whistle on it. It's pretty cool. I'd recommend getting that. Roman's West Coast Trains, you asked, did you add the whistle steam? If you're talking about the Y6B, yes, I had my friend install Legacy and whistle steam in that. I can do Legacy myself, but he already owned that engine at the time, and it was just like, put all the electronics in it, I'll pay you whatever, and voila, I now have a very unique and interesting Y6B. Let's see here. Ryan Manion, sorry if I mispronounced your name there. Hey Sid, I recently bought a Lionel Southern FM Trainmaster from the LTI era because of RBP's video. Glad to see that Chris is helping you out. I remember he did a video on that, or an engine like that, and a lot of NPC stuff. So that's cool that Chris is able to help you out and inspire you to purchase things. But you said because of RVP's video, seeing that it was scale sized and the pulling power, after watching your last video, could you modernize it? Okay. Yeah, that engine could definitely be upgraded, modernized with new electronics, some LED lighting, and some better sounds. I don't know I can't remember if those had a horn or not, but yeah, that engine could definitely be upgraded and modernized to be kind of fit in with newer style engines like the trains on my wall here. Let's see here. Big Train Hawaii asked, what models are you on the lookout for? There's never just one model I'm looking for. I'm always just looking for tons of things, so it's kind of just whatever comes up on the market. It's always changing. I'm always finding something else I love, so that's kind of what's going on. Apple and Orange Line, it's 5:43 p.m. here. I would think I'm pretty sure you're in America, but hold on. Okay, I was just checking something. Had a message kind of. Is the focus on the camera all good? Someone was telling me that my camera wasn't focusing properly. On my end, it looks fine to me, but I just want to clarify on your end of the stream. Okay, good to hear that. Oh, everyone's now saying that's good that it looks good, but everyone's saying that what their time is. I was asking Anfield Road Layout in the Loft because he's not in America, so I was asking him what time it is. I know the time zones in America. I just don't know the different. I can't always remember the differences between here and Europe and other places around the world. But let's see here. Oh, hey RJ, glad to see you here. Chris, yeah. If anyone's looking for a legacy set, there's one on eBay that's ends in 29 minutes. I don't know who it belongs to, but if you're interested, definitely go bid on that. Maybe it'll help out someone. I don't know. Jim Melchin, good evening. Glad to see you here. Yeah, Chris Page. It is crazy to see how much the legacy sets are going for, but it's what happens when something's not produced anymore and it's still in demand, and it's I don't know. It just kind of shows. It's almost a lesson to learn, or for people to learn that not everything's around forever, and if you want something, just buy it outright. Lots of people were probably waiting to buy 990 command sets because they felt, oh, I'm always going to be able to get one, but obviously now it's not in production, so they're learning, oh, I probably should have bought one, and that's what's happening now. Let's see what else here. Yeah, Anfield said it's 1 a.m. In the morning. But yeah, it's like a yeah. Let's see what else is in the chat here. My chat is loading. Scrolling up to make sure I didn't miss anything. But yeah, something I was going to say earlier. I was talking about just the layout and what was going on, but I have plans, and of course in the last live stream I was showing some of the mountain scenery I was doing. There's of course always plans. I want to continue to do more scenery work and build mountains, and recently I got some bridge girder plates from Scenic Express to build a bridge over by the elevated section. There's a section where it's not on top of the Woodland Scenics risers, so I'm going to put a bridge there and have some kind of water scene there as well, which will be kind of cool. But that's kind of my plans with the layout. In a few minutes here, I'll turn the camera around and show you some of the work I was doing over on the other side of the layout, and of course some of the buildings, and then run some trains as well. I want to thank you guys for watching. It's this was kind of an unexpected live stream. I didn't plan on doing this, but I was convinced by some friends to do this, and of course GFW isn't doing their stream tonight, so I kind of fill in for that. But let's see. I see some questions or comments here. I've also ordered the screen. Oh, you said something. People are. Oh, Conrail. Yeah, this is an original post-war car. This belongs to my dad. Yeah, that's a post-war car. Hey RVP, no problem. Always happy to have a stream and talk with all of you. Obviously, I can talk with you a little more directly in person and stuff, but always happy to do a live stream and entertain the community. Ian McCrimmon asked anybody getting a 90. I assume you mean the Strasbourg 90. I have one on order. It'll be coming at this point later in the later half of this year. I think it's September time frame, is when those will be arriving. Let's see here. Yankee 1219 asked about Atlas, if you know anything about them. The train shop I go to orders an Erie Lackawanna GP7, but that was about 5 years ago, and it's finally coming in. Atlas is not known for being fast with things, so yeah, it's kind of normal for Atlas to take a really long time for them to get products into the hobby shops and into the customers' hands. Let's see here. Randy Jacobs, we're talking about the 990 command set with the Legacy remote in the base. Yeah, I have the John Bull up here. That's my brother's. RBP says he sees these NYC diesels on my wall, and it occurs to him that he needs one in his collection, and he might just borrow one of mine. These are actually my brother's, and you think there's only one? Well, if I turn this camera, there's 3 of them. So, you know, if I got a surplus of them here. But yeah, those belong to my brother. He got those years ago, I think, for Christmas or his birthday. Let's see what else we got here. Rail Chief, thanks. Thanks. Yeah, I love this shirt. I've had it for a while. I got this at. I think I got this on a trip when I was riding an Amtrak train along the West Coast. I think it was the Coast Starlight when I got this shirt, or maybe was it that, or was it the Empire Builder? I can't remember. I've gotten so many shirts over the years, it's hard to keep track. Let's see here. Hey Eric Trainman, glad to see you here. I saw you got a lot of stuff recently, and it's not on the layout or on the shelves right now. It's still in its box, but I know I influenced you into purchasing a certain engine. I'm happy to see that you got one of those. Hello, Brendan's Trains. Glad to see you here. Yeah, RBP. I did see the collection, or the group of trains that Eric Trainman bought. If you guys don't watch RBP, Chris, or Eric Trainman, or Eric, definitely go check out their channels. Really cool stuff. Eric, like Chris just said, got a bunch of engines and passenger cars and a couple other things recently. Some a European engine, a big S1 duplex, and some other things. So go check him out to see the awesome stuff. He has an awesome layout, tons of cool stuff that he's doing. So go check out both Chris and Eric. Great channels. Let's see here. Have a good evening. Ordered the Atlas F7s. I think they're supposed to come in the 3rd quarter, or year do you think will happen? I don't know a lot about Atlas. I know they take a long time, but I would just talk with your dealer wherever you order the Atlas products to keep up to date with things. Just cracked my neck. Yeah, Jim Melchin. This is an original post-war ranch patrol car. This I gave this to my dad a couple Christmases ago. It has the original box to it, and it's a really cool piece. Set it back on the shelf here. Brendan's Trains asks, what is your favorite line of Legacy engine? There's too many engines to really answer that question. There's tons of Legacy diesels that are neat and steamers that are cool. There's no real way to answer that question. Hey, Davin, that's... Oh, oops, I'm misreading things. Hey, Davin, glad to see you here. No problem, Eric. Gotta build the community together. We gotta all support each other and just create a cool place where people can watch each other, enjoy the content, and just also inspire others. That's the other thing about doing YouTube and just making content is you want to inspire others. You want this hobby to continue, and doing these videos is one way to do that. Let's see what else here. Just reading through the B and to answer the question about the third rail and Golden Gate Depot stuff, I'm not big into third rail and Golden Gate Depot. Golden Gate Depot passenger cars they're nice. They're very nice. It's just sometimes they're almost overkill for me, and then they're also really expensive. And for someone that's not a super, I'm not into tons of detail. Like, I love detail in my layout, but I'm nothing like some people out there. I don't do 3-rail scale. I consider myself like a toy train kind of high railer. So I don't need the detail that Golden Gate Depot puts into their passenger cars, but I do like third rail engines. I just don't own any at this time. Speaking of third rail, Chris is in the chat. It reminds me, like, I've never owned any third rail engines, but I've worked on a lot. Like, I worked on Chris's Yellowstone. I've worked on engines for other people, but I've never owned one. I've just never found the one that is the one I really want. Chris is asking if I snagged new trains yesterday and are they on the layout. A few of the pieces are on the layout right now. I have a set of passenger cars out in my car. I've run out of space. I just have nowhere to put stuff. So those are still out there. But I have a box car and an accessory on the layout that I can show here in a few minutes. The accessory is really cool. It's not hooked up yet, but it's a really cool piece, and I can show you that. Let's see here. Yeah, the big boy is sitting here. This is my original 4006 big boy. It's just sitting on the shelf with some reefers. Chris, you reminded me about buying trains yesterday. So yesterday I went down, was it yesterday? I'm losing track. Yeah, yesterday I went down to Manassas, Virginia, and I stopped by Toy Trains and Collectibles. Picked up a set of passenger cars, talked with the store owner Dan, and just always like to look around. They have a awesome wall of trains, and I can actually, let me do this for any of you interested in what I saw on the wall yesterday. I'm going to go onto my channel and put a post up of just 3 photos of the Toy Trains and Collectibles wall. It's awesome what they have on the wall, so I'm going to be posting now. I just posted a set of pictures of their wall. I just put it on my community tab. So if you're interested, go check out my community tab and look at what they have on their wall at Toy Trains and Collectibles. Tons of awesome engines, great prices, and amazing stuff on that wall. There are tons of really nice steamers, tons of nice diesel engines at the bottom, and of course the store is jam-packed full of awesome stuff. So if you're interested in anything on that wall, give them a call. I've done some videos on Toy Trains and Collectibles, and you can look down in the description of those videos for their contact info. And then I also stopped by a store down there called the Train Depot. They just moved there recently, and they're unpacking things, redoing the building. But I have a piece of rolling stock and an accessory from there. So it'll be cool to show that off here in a minute. Let's see here. Yeah, that's funny. Eric mentions, fair warning, seeing Sid's awesome A2 work will make you want one. Yes, it will. That is an awesome engine. And Chris from Chris's Trains and Things, his layout makes that engine look even better. Another awesome channel, and Chris is an awesome guy, so go check out his channel as well to see his trains, his awesome layout, and heck, some of my trains are in his videos. Chris says, we need to do more Sunday running sessions with Random Engines. Yes, we do. I have tons of engines I'd love to bring up and run. Some older pieces, and even some more unique passenger trains. But yeah, we definitely got to do that, Chris. Yeah, like Chris said, or RVP said, Toy Trains and Collectibles is just an awesome store. If you're in the Manassas, Virginia area, definitely take a minute to stop by there, talk with them. They're awesome people. They will help you out. I met a gentleman there just yesterday that watches RBP, and then he realized who I was and was excited to see that I was there. I was helping him understand things in the hobby. He brought a train in to get some new traction tires put on it, so they will help you out, and if they can't do it there, they'll send the trains out. Just awesome store overall. Tons of great products and just awesome people. Let's see. Scrolling up in the chat here to make anything. Let's see. There's a question about me going to York. I do plan to go to York both in April and October. April is usually not as packed and busy as October is, but it's still a really cool show, and I love walking around the show with my dad because we just like looking at a cool rolling stock and older pieces. Like, I always buy that one modern engine. My dad could probably care less about it, but what we really enjoy, even though I don't show it as much on the channel, is finding those kind of neat items, like old NPC boxcars that say Orange Crush on the side, or Mountain Dew, or just some kind of cool like advertisement car, or some kind of piece that's just really oddball. Like, I love collecting NPC starter sets because they're hard to find and good in condition and stuff like that. So yeah, I do plan to go to both Yorks this year. Chris, I've gone to York plenty of times at this point, and I think the thing with April is that it's April. Like, it's after the holiday season. Trains aren't as big of a thing at that time. April's kind of a transition time of the year. It's going from winter to spring, so there's just a lot going on. Allergy season, that's funny. But it's just kind of a transition time both in people's lives and in the hobby, so I think that's funny, Chris, the manure smell. That's funny, but I think it really just comes down to it being a busy time of the year for people, and I don't know, there's probably other things that play into it, but it's still a great show. There's still all the manufacturers, usually all the stores are there. I realize that usually all the vendors are there. There's just not as many people walking around the halls. That's also true, saving money. Something that I need to do more of if I'm going to be buying things at York. Yeah, that's kind of the thing with April, is I think it's just kind of a transition time for people and what's going on with the hobby in general. But hey, makes it better for the people that are there. You get to see things first, easier to walk through the halls, and you can talk to people for longer. But let's see here. So let me, I've been sitting here for about like 30 minutes now. That's funny. Let me disconnect my charger from my phone here, and I can turn the camera around. There we go. So I'll pick up the camera here and kind of walk you around. But let me walk you around and show you some stuff I've done. There's nothing really happened over here. It's mainly stuff going on over here. So to start out, I've decided this is kind of how I'm going to have the stall tracks. I like having this many and them in this kind of pattern. I like instead of having them, it's kind of hard to describe, but I want the engines to be facing more towards this way instead of facing that way. So I've shifted them around that way so that they all face over here more so that you can see the fronts of the engines, and I think it looks really good. You also might have realized that those sidings that were right there have been removed, and now there's a engine shed. I've had this engine shed for about a year now. I got it in a collection that I got last year, and I underneath that shed is rail tracks. You can actually see some of it sticking out over there, and there's just a section of fast track back there. It's not going to stay there, but I just kind of like the fact that there would be kind of just all engine based things over here. No sidings with like coal cars and stuff like that. If I want to store freight cars, I store them over here or over in the back there. And I think this looks really good. I also have the lead track and the siding here, but it isn't quite installed, or not enough track there yet to see it. But I'm putting a another lead track in off of a switch over here that goes to the shed, and then one goes to another lead track that will go there. And all these lead tracks and all the whisker tracks will be Atlas track, so that they will work with the turntable. And I just haven't got the adapter piece currently. There's just a piece of rail track sitting there, but that's what's been going on over here. I have some more. Here's some work on the mountain, and there's the scenery from last time. And over there is where those bridge girder plates are gonna go. Let me check on the chat here for 1 second to make sure no one's saying anything. Okay. But yeah, that's what's going on over here. And one of the I mentioned I went to the Train stores yesterday, and one of the products or accessories I got was this. This is a Broadway Limited O-scale water tower, and it does operate. It has sounds. The spout here goes down, and it's not hooked up yet. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it here or not. It's kind of cool having it on the main line, but it's this bright red color, and I'm trying to find an area where it doesn't kind of blend in with this building next to it. The reds kind of make it blend in a way. I want it to really pop. I've thought about putting it over there where that tie ejector is, or possibly up on one of the mountains in the future. But that's a really cool accessory, and I'll definitely do a video on it in the future. There's plenty of videos on Broadway Limited water towers, but it's really interesting that this one is just red with no logos on it. They usually have some kind of railroad logo on them, because that's just how Broadway Limited usually sold them. But I picked this one up because it has no logo on it. And over there you can actually see the Empire State Express cars. I have all 7 of them, the 2-pack, the 4-pack, and the Station Sounds Diner. The Station Sounds Diner sounds awesome, and they look amazing with that plated finish, and they look great going behind the Empire State Express Hudson over there. And yeah, here are those Hiawatha cars that everyone was asking me about last live stream. And there's the S3 that'll, of course, pull them. Got the Y6B and a mixed coal train, freight train, and that Norfolk and Western Weaver boxcar right there is something I picked up yesterday. It's a really cool car. Then right here's down here is something you haven't seen in a while. This is my K-Line Reading Crusader. I've installed Proto 2 in it. Sounds amazing, and of course these plated cars just look awesome. For a semi-scale item, this is an awesome engine and an awesome set of cars. And I'll be writing these here in a second. And I don't know, for any of you who have never seen the walls, just give you a little panning shot of what's on the walls. Got a lot of cool stuff, at least in my opinion. Got some passenger train, got a little tin plate down there. Got a big boy, got a bunch of steam engines. A lot of cool stuff. This top shelf, it has some semi-scale engines I need to run more often, like the Century Club, Hudson, and Berkshire. And then panning over to here, I have another shelf with the Phantom, some post-war LTI era and MPC engines, and then of course the MPC Chessie Steam Special on the top shelf. But yeah, that's what's going on, and I'll set the camera down here in a second. Let me get it all aligned properly so I can run some trains. Let me set it right about here. There we go. There's that. And actually, I'll move the camera back so you can see the Crusader. There you go. But let me move my computer off of the tracks so you don't so I don't run my computer over. Once I move it out of the way, we can turn on the power and run some of these trains around. But before I do that, let me check the chat a little. We got 43 people watching. Glad to see you all here, and make sure to smash that like button. And if you aren't already, make sure to subscribe so you can keep up with the channel and what's going on. And I thank all of you for watching. But let me keep going through the chat here. Someone asked, do I have any hidden hidden access panels on the layout? I do not. I just get up on the layout if I need to work on something. And then, hey, there's a name I haven't seen in a while. Trainstorm, how's it going, Carter? Glad to see you stopped in for a minute, and hope you're doing well. And glad to see you stopped in here, Scott. Just glad to see you all on here. It's always good to see that people are enjoying this hobby and want to just sit back, relax, and enjoy a little train content. Let me turn the power on. Let's see here. Get the Crusader going first. Turn the sounds down a little. It's a little loud. Let's see, I forgot what some of the sounds are on this engine.
Welcome to Elizabeth.
That's one of the engine sounds. Let's see here.
Sounded waiting for Philadelphia on track 2 on the Crusader. Get the level in the field, will ya?
Hey, it looks like we got PGH Train Connect watching. How's it going? How's it going, Nick? Scenery Sid. So I've advanced from being Mr. Fix-It to Scenery Sid, I see. Funny one, Chris. Glad to see you guys all like the scenery. It's, well, to me it's nothing much. There's lots of people who can do scenery better than I can, but I try my best and just try to create a nice look for the layout. Sounds like one big train running in my basement when I'm running all these trains. How you doing this evening? Let me turn the camera back around here, and there we go. Move my computer back, and there we go. Shut all the trains off for a minute here. Let some of the smoke dissipate a little, and turn my fan on. There we go. Bernsey says that I need more Reading stuff. I'd love to get more Reading stuff down the road, but not the railroad I'm focusing on at the moment. Let me scroll up through these comments. I was watching the trains, making sure they weren't running into each other. It's hard to. I can run 4 trains on my lap at one time, but you just have to keep an eye on everything and make sure nothing's going wrong. There's a question about noise with the fast track. The only thing underneath the fast track is Homosote, and then there's the tabletop, which is just MDF. There's no like carpet underneath it or anything like that. It's just fast track on Homosote. And
you guys had mentioned to turn the lights off, and I did. I love running trains in here with the lights off, all the passenger cars lighting up the room, the buildings, and when I have more buildings and more lights on the layout, it'll really look cool, I think. Yeah, the Y6B was I must have had it turned up. My camera was probably also just picking it up, probably because its frequency is higher than the rest of them. Let's see here. What's the tightest curve on the layout and where? The tightest curve on my layout is a 060 curve, and they're scattered around the inner loop. They're mainly over by the turntable area. That inside curve is an 060 curve, but the rest are 072, 084, and I tried to make it so I could run a big boy on any part of my layout. If I can run a big boy there, anything can run there. And because of that, I can run literally anything. I run the S1 on both loops. I could run the Santa Fe 3000 if I own one. And of course, all these big passenger cars and rolling stock. I can run just about anything on my layout, probably beside the John Henry. And the chances of me owning or having a John Henry on my layout, it's a pretty low chance. Let's see, but yeah, that's the answer to the curve question. Yeah, just more comments about the lighting. I do like when the lights are dimmed or turned off. It looks awesome in here. I see a comment asking me to run a certain train. I'm not going to take anything off the wall. It just takes too much time to put things on and off the layout, and it just takes a lot of time. Also, this isn't a GS4. This is a GS2. I'm kind of nitpicking there, but this is a GS4. This is actually my Lionel TMCC GS2. But yeah, I love running trains in here. Running trains is just kind of a pastime. Just forget about life, what you're doing. You just relax and run some trains. It's like you're in a whole different kind of world. But again, if you guys have more questions, ask that. I can run some more trains here in a few minutes. Let's see, how long have we been going for? I set my phone over here. So we've been going for about an hour. We can go for another like 30 minutes to an hour or so, and then we'll stop for the night. But I see a question here. Did you hear about another train store in Manassas called the Train Depot? It's not far from... yeah, Isaiah, I said I got that water tower in the Norfolk and Western boxcar from the Train Depot, just around the corner from the Toy Trains and Collectibles. But I was mainly going down there for Toy Trains and Collectibles since I had to pick something up and pay it off. Let's see here. Someone asked, who's building kit near the water tower? 3-story brick. We got a similar building structure. Okay. I'm trying to clarify what building. Okay, yeah, that brick building. I don't know who makes that kit. There's no name on the inside. I bought that at York from the Trains with a Z booth at York, and paid a little money for it in another building that's the same kind of brick, but just a tall building. And I don't know who makes the kit. There's no name on the inside, so there's no way for me to really tell. Oh, cool. Yeah. Someone's mentioning the aux tender for Southern Pacific. Rail King Southern Pacific aux tender from the Toy Exchange. Yeah, the Toy Exchange. Is actually close to me and a couple other guys. I know I've been to it. He actually used to be located closer to me. He now is up in Mount Airy. I know RBP's been there, Chris's Trains and things, and of course, and then I took RJ there. Yeah, really cool store. He's kind of gone more online as of late. A lot more just toys in the store, less trains. All the cool stuff with quotes is on eBay and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely a cool store, and I've been there many times over the years. We got 51 people watching. That's pretty good for a pop-up late night live stream. I again want to thank you guys for watching. We're gonna keep going here, but I just want to say thank you for watching. Make sure to smash that like button, and if you aren't already, make sure to subscribe to keep up with the channel and the content. I'm gonna have some videos coming out here soon on some engines, the layout, and other things happening with me in the hobby. Hold on, let's see here. Red and green. This engine right here is my Christmas train. That's mine. It's an MTH Rail King Christmas train from a Christmas set. Let's see here. Got a third rail MT4 and was curious if you're still doing legacy upgrades. I do legacy upgrades. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't know what an MT4 is, so I'd have to know what it is. And with most legacy upgrades on brass models, I have to see the engine in person and examine it before I can say, yeah, I'll do a legacy upgrade on it, because I don't want to say I can do something and then in reality I can't and disappoint anyone. Let's see here. Let me scroll up in the chat to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, good. I didn't miss anything up there. Anything interesting? trying to think. I had some things I was going to talk about when people weren't commenting. I was going to say something. It was something about. Trying to remember now. Oh, I was just going to ask. A lot of people watched that video I made on modernizing that MPC engine. And in the past, last year, I had a series called Workbench Wednesdays when I work on trains and show you what I was doing. Or would you guys want to keep seeing stuff like that, or would you rather just me show an engine or the layout? People seem to really like me showing the work I did on the engine and stuff like that. So let me know in the chat what you would want to see. Will 2926. It's a Southern Pacific Mountain. Okay. Still, with that one, I'd have to see it in person for me to say yes or no to a full-on legacy upgrade. They cost a lot of money, and I don't want to just say yes without seeing and knowing I can actually do it. Let's see. The building fire we had was done by Spike's Home. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know much about those brick buildings. I just got it. My dad found them at York, and he thought they were cool, so we picked them up, and I'm going to do some detailing on them with lights and stuff like that to make them look good on the layout. Okay, it's cool to see that you guys like the videos on me working on trains. It's always great to hear some feedback. I saw a lot of comments. There's another one. Yeah, you like the upgrade video. So yeah, I'll continue to do those. I try to do it on something interesting. Like I can only show me putting a super chuffer in an engine so many times before it's kind of boring. So I try to make each one interesting, unique, different in some way. I don't want to just show the same basic upgrade over and over again. Yeah, Will, let me put my email in the chat here. It's also in the About section of my channel, but there's my email if you want to send me an email. But yeah, in general, that's just videos, but I do like doing the upgrades on the trains. I have a few too many in the shop at the moment. Some take just way too long because there's a lot of complications with things, but overall it's a lot of fun, and it's kind of like a side gig. It's not like a job or anything, but it's a way to have some fun and help people out for sure. let's see here. Yeah, I've done some how-to style videos. I don't wanna totally do full-on how-to videos because then I almost feel responsible if something breaks or something like that, and I don't want that to happen. There's also ways I do things that aren't super like DIY, I guess you call them. They're more I wouldn't quite call it professional or factory quality, but it's a little more complicated than just bolt on or plug and play. There's some more complicated work involved, and I don't want to make it seem like the work I do is super easy because it's not. I don't want to. I don't want to deceive anybody and make them feel like they can do something, and then they get into it and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is super hard. I can't do this," and then have to send it out and spend more money. It would be better for them to either just know they can do it themselves, and it'd be a simple task like just doing basic lighting upgrades or stuff like that. But when it comes to legacy upgrades, that's a very a specialized style of upgrade, and I don't want to make anyone feel like they can just do it when in reality it's more complicated. Is your as long as you're yeah, okay, that's good to hear. I'm glad you just enjoy my content in general. Yeah, I love making most of the videos, but some of them are more just kind of like done for being a video, not just me having fun. But more recently, I've just decided make it about fun, make it about myself having fun, and if I'm having fun, I would think you guys would enjoy it. If I'm just kind of mellow or upset or just kind of dull sounding and kind of bored, it's not going to be interesting for you guys. But when I'm having fun, it's definitely a more interesting style of content. Bob, you sure do love this this Berkshire, don't you? I like it as well. There's a it's a really cool set. I have all the cars for it now, and I'm excited that I own this set. I think there's an engine on eBay if you want one. Nathan Five Chime asked, "Is your father into trains as much as you are?" He's definitely into it. I've gone so deep into things that it's sometimes hard for him to keep up, and then I just get frustrated with him because he can't keep up, and that's my fault. Like I shouldn't expect him to know everything. Like he doesn't keep up with it like I do, but he's into it. He likes the technical stuff. He likes the neat pieces like this post-war car here. He likes envisioning things and then seeing them come to life with like that mountain, and I know he wants to help me with some of the scenery, so I'll definitely make sure of that. And he's definitely going to help me with the bridge and stuff like that. He's definitely into it, but I'm definitely more into the scale stuff than he is. And of course, I keep up with all the business side of it. He's just in it for the fun. And definitely, if my layout was a little more complete and he could just come in here, flick a switch, and run trains, he'd definitely probably run stuff more and be into it. But also, I don't have everything out. I own so much semi-scale stuff that once I have space to put it out, I'll definitely do that, and he would love to see that stuff run. Those pictures are toy trains and collectibles in Manassas, Virginia. Look them up, amazing store, give them a call, see what they have, and amazing prices and amazing people, so they'll definitely help you out if they have something that you're interested in. Chris asked, what's on the workbench? Currently what's on the workbench is a very, very unique engine that I'm working on for Chris. It's a K-Line tank engine, and it's getting a legacy upgrade, and it's going to have a lot of features that you wouldn't expect in that engine. So stay tuned for a video on my channel and his channel on that engine. It'll be a really cool video. Tom, you asked about the layout software. I use SCARM for my layout to do a rough design. Definitely experiment with things in person with actual track and try to make it work. But drawing things out or using a track program, it's definitely worth it because you can know what you're getting into, know what can fit in the space you have, and explore and not have to spend money on track that you might not that you might not need. You just do it in the track program, and then you'll know what you can do with the space you have. So yeah, I definitely recommend either drawing it on paper or investing in a SCARM or some other kind of track program. Yeah, Chris mentioned that Legacy Northern. That's a very nice engine. I saw it in person. Really good price at $10.99 if you're into that kind of thing. They also have lots of semi-scale engines. They have some more scale engines. They have a Mallet, a Big Boy, an Allegheny, Mikados. Diesel-wise, they have some Heritage units, some GG1s. The list goes on. Definitely look at those photos and check it out and see what you like and give them a call. Yeah, like Chris said, smash that like button and help support the channel if you're not already. Make sure to subscribe. Wyatt's Train World. See you later. Glad you stopped by. Yeah, Chris, they had a Wabash Mikado there. Legacy, very nice engine. I can't remember the price on it, but yeah, Toy Trains and Collectibles, awesome store, great stuff. Tom, is there a particular track brand you recommend? I have some Atlas and would love to go all Atlas, but Ross and Garbage Track is more available than Atlas. Go Atlas. Look for it, buy it wherever you can. Atlas is so worth it. Atlas track is so nice. I love my fast track, but it takes a lot of work for it to be nice. I've made it nice, and I'm proud that my layout works as well as it does. But go Atlas. It's so nice. It's well worth the money. Scotty Rock Trains, they have a Chesapeake and Ohio PS3 MTH Allegheny full scale, really cool engine. It's an awesome engine. It's a mammoth. It's huge. All articulators are huge, but I saw that yesterday, and I wish I could have bought it, but I'm not able to at the moment. But it's an awesome engine. Yeah, Greg, you mentioned yeah, definitely look at different track softwares and stuff, but I would definitely invest or time and or money into some form of track plan design. Yeah, the list goes on what's on that wall at Toy Trains and Collectibles. It's really cool, the stuff they have there. It's awesome. Yeah, no problem, Scotty Rock Trains. Let's see here. Let me scroll up here and make sure I didn't miss anything above. Still got 40 people watching. That's great to see. Chris is asking, what's on my York list? Oh boy. Always on my York list is a right-of-way anything. Right-of-way industries. I'm always looking at York for something right-of-way industries. So that's on the list. Norfolk and Western stuff. I'm big into Norfolk and Western, so I'm always looking for that. And I don't know right now. I've bought so much over this past year, or rather last year and into this year, and I have pre-orders and all this stuff. So it's hard to really tell what I want and or can afford. But that right of way is something I'm always looking for. And yeah, just it's always cool to see what's at York. Probably looking for more scale things, but I always have my eye on NPC stuff. I'm looking for that kind of really rare or just not kind of different item. There's a lot of unique stuff made during the NPC era. Yeah, tell us in the chat if you're going to York. I know I am. I think Chris is. I believe RBP might be, and a few of the other YouTubers That'll be cool if we're always there, and it's always cool to meet people that watch our channels. Let's see here. Mass Trains and Tractors. Hey Sid, are there any upcoming layout projects you have planned? Yes, there's the turntable. That's a big project I'm planning to do. There's the bridge over over there where there's no Woodland Scenic Risers. There's the mountains and just scenery in general. My dad's also going to get the roads printed out for my town scene, so there's a lot of work happening at once, but I think the biggest project is that turntable area. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm the same with Chris. I'll be there Friday, Saturday, and yeah, if you see me in one of the halls, I'll probably be wearing my Sid's Train shirt. So yeah, definitely stop and say hi if you see me. Man, same with Chris. If you see him, make sure to stop and say hi. We always love talking with fans of the channels. Let's see here. Let me scroll up. There was a comment about the Atlas track. Atlas track is not really that hard to find. You just have to search a little more than say Fast Track or something like that. But you can find it. But yeah, it's produced in batches, so it's hard to sometimes find. Let's see here. Yeah, York is going to be awesome. York is always cool. And I'm really excited for York to happen again. It's a place where, or it's rather a time when my dad and I can hang out and do the trains, and just a weekend of fun. I get to see of course, my friends like Chris and RBP and RJ and a bunch of other guys. And yeah, I'm really excited for York. Chris, I'm not picking the turntable up at York. It's actually going to be ready before York, so he's just going to be shipping it to me. So I'm actually hoping that by York or a little after York to have the turntable installed, and that'll be a whole series of videos or a video or two and stuff like that. I'm really excited for it. This turntable is going to be huge. It can hold anything. It's really going to be really detailed. A lot of cool technology with the indexing and command control, so that'll be really cool. Yeah, we were talking about track. Yeah, I hope to switch to Atlas on my next layout. This is my layout for now. I'm still a college student. I still live at home with my parents. I'm still young, so this is my layout for now. But hopefully in the future I can switch to Atlas track because it is really nice. I'd love one day to have multiple layouts, like one with Atlas, one with tubular, and just kind of separate things by kind of their scale. Like the scale trains go with Atlas, the older post-war stuff runs on the tubular, and then I can kind of just separate things, have more accessories on the older layout, and just kind of separate things so that I don't know, almost looks more uniform, I guess is one way to put it. Ross turntables are decent. I don't know if they still make them. I haven't looked at their website in a long time, but I think they're pretty good for the most part. Let's see here. Scroll up some. Well, I saw, there's a comment from Skyrock Trains, hoping Lionel will make a 1309, the Western Maryland 1309, the Mallet. It would be cool to see that for sure. A Mallet or a 1309 from Lionel would be a cool model. Yeah, that's definitely a kind of like a goal, is to have multiple layouts where I can run the post-war stuff, the MPC stuff, and then have maybe another layout for the LTI era stuff that has command control, but then it was kind of scale, but also not scale, and then a more modern layout that has all scale stuff on it. That would be really cool. let's see here. Any more comments? Though they are cheaper than the Millhouse River Studios turntables, Tom. I bought a Millhouse turntable. They're just so nice. I played with Chris's, and it's just awesome. Like, I just don't see a reason why you wouldn't buy one. It's made in America. It's made of metal. It's just awesome. Like, I understand the money part. That's why I didn't buy one for a long time, but it seems to be worth it in my mind. Yeah, Garrett. Yeah, Fast Track is definitely a very universal track system, but many of us do want to switch to Atlas one day. Yeah, Chris said it best. You just, it's hard to beat Millhouse River Studios. There's just so much quality. The people there are so nice. They're just awesome. The turntables are awesome. Jason from JD Stux or Jason Zogage Trains, he has a big turntable like I'm going to be getting. Chris has one. They're just awesome. Everyone that's had like a Ross one or some custom built one has switched to Millhouse because they're just so nice. They're just such a nice product. Well, that's the goal, Isaiah. You gotta work, gotta buy some property, and you can always dream, but you know, if you have goals and you work hard, things can come true. You never know. You can have a property with a building on it for all your trains, and there you go. Once you have a building, you can put as many layouts inside of it as you want. But yeah, more realistically would be one layout, but you never know. Yeah, Tom, I got the 34-inch. It's going to be coming here soon. It's huge, and it's going to be awesome. That's for sure. Let's see here. Let me turn off the fan. It's been running for a while. There's not really any smoke left in here. Should I grab? Nah, I'll leave that over there. I'm talking to myself because I'm thinking of what I'm going to do next. Well, let me turn the trains back on for a second. Okay, good. I was making sure one of the trains didn't turn on. I see a question from Tom. What's the wait time? It's 6 weeks, is what Alan at Millhouse River Studios turntable told me. He said it was about 6 weeks. Scotty Rock Trains. That's funny. You know, everyone says that, but I'm like, it's like there's only so many trains you can own, and I'm like, if you owned everything you wanted in the world, then it'd be boring. So I don't think I'll waste all my money on trains. I think I'll invest in some other things as well. But that's funny. Yeah, Tom. The current issue is that it's the welding of the metal and the cutting of it for the CNC of the metal. That's what's taking the longest. The building of all the little detail parts doesn't take very long. But it's pretty good lead time. Chris, you think your room's okay? Okay. Yeah, says the guy with like a 30-foot long train layout. Yeah, you don't, like, in all seriousness, my layout's not big, like, huge. It's big for someone my age. 160 square feet is a lot of space. It's packed into this room. But I can run a lot and have a lot of fun. But Chris, yeah, you have a very nice setup with your 2-track main line and those long straightaways. Like I can't even have a passenger train fit on my one of my straightaways. But yeah, at the end of the day, I tell people this is that your layout is yours. You made it. It's awesome for what it is because you did it. Have fun with it, and down the line, you can always build another layout, and you can always advance in life and try to work hard so you can have what you want. But definitely just enjoy what you have. I have a lot of trains and I enjoy them a ton, but I look back at when I didn't have as much, and I really appreciate those models and the times I had with them, because they made me appreciate things a lot more. And now that I have the resources to get all these models now, I enjoy them as well, and I'm grateful for what I have, and I think everyone should be grateful for the models they have, the layout they have, and just enjoy and just have fun with what you have. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, find someone that supports your hobby as a part of a relationship. Don't get yourself in a situation, if you want to be in a hobby like this, where someone that you're in a relationship with doesn't like. But yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, 30 by 40 space for trains. Yeah, that's a pretty large space. Yeah, you'll definitely be able to fit a lot in there. Okay, let me yeah. Let me see here. I'm debating if I want to run what's on the layout now, or switch something out, or what I want to do. I'm also reading comments. There's a lot of cool comments here. I'm grateful with the trains that I have, and yeah. Just with anyone in general. It's always nice to it feels good inside when you're happy with what you have. I don't know, when you're not happy with what you have, you don't feel good, and to me, I don't see a reason why you shouldn't be happy with what you have, whether it's one train, two, or tons. Like I don't have a huge collection, but I have a substantial amount for someone my age, and I'm happy with what I have. But if I didn't have some of like a year ago, I didn't have half the stuff I have now, and I was still enjoying the hobby. And as you grow older, you can buy yourself things, but when you're younger, enjoy those moments when you get a new train, or just enjoy the moments when you're having tons of fun with that one train you own. I remember there were days where I would just have a ton of fun with something I owned, like my Commodore Vanderbilt, or I'd run the the living crap out of that Empire State Express Hudson, and it's still going strong to this day. I've had that for over 4 years now, and it doesn't seem like a long time, but that's all throughout high school. I had it in middle school even, and it's just awesome, and I have fun with it, and I just love looking back at those memories. I have pictures and videos of it. It's really cool to look back at times when I was having fun, and just seeing how much fun I can have now still with those models. And of course, I save money, or I work, and I get these new trains, and I have fun with them as well. So something I've just been trying. I just tell this to people more often than I ever have, is just have fun. That's all this hobby should be. It's just all about fun. Yeah, Starlight Productions. That's yeah. Exactly. Let's see here. My layout is CNM O Scale Train says, my layout is in my garage. It makes me smile every time I come home from work. Just having to walk by the trains. I never thought I would have a room for O Scale Trains, but it worked out that way. Yeah. It's all about fun. No matter what you have, this hobby is just about fun. That's what any hobby should be about. The hobby is just about fun. And more recently, that's what I've been enjoying, is just having fun, relaxing, hanging out with friends, and talking with friends, and just enjoying this hobby for what it is. These are model trains. I gotta say that these are model trains. Sure, there's some scale models and they're super detailed, but they're models. We're running trains on 3-rail track. you can't beat yourself up over the details or some kind of lack of accuracy or something. They're model trains at the end of the day. Let me move my computer back over here, and I can start running a few more trains. I need to move some things out of the way. There we go. And flip the power on. Let's see, any comments? Let's see. What do I want to, give me, yeah, I'm looking at the layout, I'm seeing what I could switch out with the trains on the layout. I'm trying to not waste too much time switching anything out. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab one engine. Okay, we're gonna switch out an engine that I have on the outer loop. I'm gonna switch out the Y6B for a different engine. I just hopped on the table and I grabbed the Unshredded J. It's an engine I haven't run in a really long time now. Let me set the freight train off to the side. There we go. Won't move. Just gotta lift this off. I love this Y6B, but haven't touched the Unshredded J in a long while, so I thought, why not pull it off the siding over there and run it around for a little. I love the sounds in this engine. This engine's a really cool and unique model. It's definitely different from your average J-Class, since it's unshrouded, of course. Let me get the tether in here. There we go. Let me check. I'm just gonna set this Y6B over here. Let's see here. There we go. Let me turn the track back on. So, let's see here. I think I deleted a bunch of engines from my remote, so let's add this back into the remote. There we go. Unshredded J.
I'll meet Charlie and Station Master and see what's up.
Make sure the trains are on track. Okay.
There we go. Shut off the power to all this stuff. So I think that's the last time I'll run trains for the evening. We're going to wrap up here in a few minutes. We've been going for almost 2 hours now. It's pretty good. This was just a pop-up live stream. Thought I'd fill in for the GFW live stream. They usually do them on Fridays, but this Friday they weren't doing one. So thought I'd fill in and just provide some entertainment for the evening. Always got to get that train content in sometime in your day. I always watch train YouTube videos, and I love watching other people's content. I see you guys were talking about Polar Express and some other things while I was running trains. I love that Uncharted J. I saw someone mention yeah, it's a nice engine. I do love that engine. And of course, I love all the other ones. See a comment here. Bob's asking what the blinking boxcar, the Operation Lifesaver one. I pulled that out recently. That's an Atlas. That is a K-Line car. It's an old K-Line car. It's really cool. It has those flashing lights for the crossing signals. Very cool car. Jersey Dolphins, glad you enjoyed. Just wanted to provide some content for the evening and have a little fun. I always love running trains. And of course, talking with you guys. I love doing these live streams, and of course we'll do more in the future. Glad you guys enjoyed it. If you have any last minute comments, just put them in the chat, but otherwise I think I'm going to sign off here in just a couple minutes. Have a good evening and rest of your weekend, Scotty Rock Trains. Glad you enjoyed it. And if you guys haven't already, remember, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you aren't already subscribed to the channel. It means a lot to follow the channel, and of course you can keep up with all the content here on the channel. No problem. Always happy to do a live stream and talk with you guys. It's been a lot of fun this evening. Had a decent amount of watchers just for a pop-up live stream. 30 to 50 watchers it seemed. Glad you guys have enjoyed it this evening. So doesn't look like there's any other comments in the live chat, so I think I'll just wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time. Have a great rest of your evening and a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next time.